We are hurrying toward our main event. You look at the state capitol here, the Lone Star State, Austin, Texas, home of the University of Texas. We're at the Irwin Center on the campus. And right now, once more, let's go to the center of the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, this time, will you please be so kind to rise as we pay tribute to our nation with the singing of the national anthem. Displaying the colors from the University of Texas, the Air Force ROTC. And singing the Star Spangled Banner, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for recording artist Janine Stang.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets rattling, the bombs bursting in gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet land of the free and the home of the
The voice of Janine Stang, and displaying the colors, your very own Uchee Longhorn Air Force ROTC. Thank you.
Billboards. Lightweight Lightning is brought to you tonight by Golden Boy Promotions, by Tecate Cerveza con Character, and by Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. And we welcome you back to the Irwin Center. We're here on the campus of the University of Texas in Austin, and now we turn our attention to the battle for the WBC Lightweight Championship. Edwin Valero, undefeated in 24 fights, all by way of knockout. Antonio Pitalua, 46 up, 3 down, 40 knockouts, no backward steps will be taken in this fight. That I can promise you. Barry Tompkins along with the champion Bernard Hopkins and Doug Fischer, and we prepare for the main event. And Doug, I'll turn to you first in talking about these two guys. We say there won't be a backward step taken this fight. I don't think you'll find any smart money saying this one's going the distance.
Well, listen, for 24 pro contests, Edwin Valero has knocked everybody out. 19 of those opponents didn't even make it out of the first round. And out of 49 fights, Antonio Pitalua has 40 knockouts. He's been around for a long time, and he's been around for a reason. He is a tough, battle-tested hombre.
You know, and Valero is one of those guys, and we talked about this a little bit earlier, but we sat across the table from yesterday. He just has the demeanor of a champion.
He's got that certain something. He has that superstar appeal, the way he carries himself with a sense of purpose, the way he talks, the way he trains, and for the first time, people in the United States are going to get a chance to see Edwin Valero fight. You know, everyone came here in Austin to see Jesus Chavez, but people who bought this pay-per-view, they're curious about Edwin Valero. They want to know, is that power real? Is this guy as dynamic as everyone says he is.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, he drew a pretty tough card in Antonio Pitolaro. Let's talk about him a little bit. This guy's 39 years old. He's been around the track more than once. You think he's going to be scared by Valero?
No, he's not going to be scared. I don't believe. I mean, he's been around the track more than once, Barry, but he definitely has that swagger, as Doug mentioned. I mean, he has the confidence as a champion. He believes that he can do anything in a ring to anybody. And you know what? I think that, I kind of believe him.
So what's it going to come down to? What's the bottom line of this fight?
Who wants it the most? Who stick to the game plan? The less mistakes each guy make, the better the guy will be successful. I mean, this is a pick 'em fight. This is a fight that's going to open up a lot of opportunities in the division, Barry.
I think it is too, and as a matter of fact, I think even the person that loses this fight doesn't have to hang his head too much, because I think this is a very, very competitive contest, and I think it could go either way. One thing I feel pretty certain about, each guy's going to feel the other's wrath.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, from round one, we're going to see fireworks in this place. Austin has already been on the feet from Chavez de Hero, and we're going to see it again in a few minutes.
And we talked earlier, Doug, I'll turn to you for just a moment here. We talked about the confidence that Valero seems to take into a fight. I don't think it's a false bravado by any stretch of the imagination. I think this guy really feels he can beat anybody in the world.
No, it's very real. You see how relaxed he is in his dressing room. He's getting a little bit of water there. He's hitting the mitts with Robert Alcazar, who we haven't seen in like 9 or 10 years since he was with Oscar De La Hoya. But I tell you what, Alcazar wasn't going to unretire for just anyone. He was going to unretire for a talent like the Golden Boy. And that's what Valero is gifted with, and that's what gives him his confidence. That and his work ethic. This guy works as hard as Bernard Hopkins does in the gym. He takes no shorts. He leads a very clean life, as Pitolua does. But what Valero has that Pitolua does not have coming into this fight is youth. He's 27 years old. He's in his athletic prime. If there's a superstar, it's probably Valero.
Yeah, and you talk about his trainer, and this is a guy, you and I have been around him for a long time. I've never heard him wax as effusively about any fighter he's ever had, maybe up to and including Oscar De La Hoya.
Valero has that effect on trainers. Anyone who sees him in the gym, they become an instant believer. But Valero's going to have to make believers of the audience here and watching on TV tonight.
Well, Valero is going to make Pitolua cool his heels a little bit, as he is going to come into the ring first. That is, Pitolua will come into the ring first, and we'll see how he fares in his fight. He is 39 years old, as we said. Got the body of a 25-year-old, though. I wonder if I could borrow it for just a few hours. What do you think?
Styles make fights, and Edwin Valero against Pitolua is going to be very, very explosive.
I like to struggle, but I can box too.
Antonio Pitolua is a fighter who many people don't recognize, but he does come to fight. He's a veteran of the game. He takes care of himself. He's kind of like a Bernard Hopkins, but more aggressive.
Pitolua is 46-3, 40 knockouts. I don't think Valero has ever been in the ring with someone as strong or who can hit as hard as Pitolua.
As far as styles, we both are knockout boxers. A very aggressive, warrior-like style that the public likes.
Edwin Valero, he's strong, he's fast, he's explosive, he's undefeated. He's got all his wins.